friends. Yesterday I decided to put all of the journals that I'm working on right now, which is my pen pal journal, my paint journal, and my trash journal, in a box on my desk so I can pick them up and take advantage of just those little, those little 5-minute periods in the day where you might be waiting on something to dry, or you might be waiting on something to download or something like, or upload or whatever. But so I have all these journals on my desk now. I did a little video yesterday that kind of describes my thinking behind putting everything on my desk, even though I have like this super small space to work with and I don't like clutter on my desk. But I thought that this would be fun, and this morning, sure enough, the journals were on my desk in a box instead of in a drawer out of sight. And I thought, well, this would, I've got like 5 minutes here while I was waiting on some journals to dry, some collage elements to dry. So I thought, well, I'll just grab my little paint journal. I have been wanting to try a technique where you paint with ink. A lot of my ink sprays do not work anymore. I know that I can unclog the nozzle on them and make them work, but I thought, well, now is a great opportunity to try this wonderful technique that I've seen Leanne do quite often, which is paint with ink. And it's another way to just use your supplies. So I'm layering on some ink here. It's also my intent to harvest that glue book that you see on the right. It's a glue book from like 2016. I'm deciding that I want to do a few splatters on this little thing, and that turned out really well. I'm very pleased with the colors. I did use Delusion's ink sprays as paints, and I like it because it dries really quickly. I think that's kind of my issue sometimes with painting, is that I am not patient to let it dry, and so then you don't get really good layering results if you don't let stuff dry. This is, like I said, this is a glue book from 2016. Sorry about the angle, you guys. Still learning to use my camera, but I don't think that we really lose very much here. I like this image from that glue book, so I am going to, luckily she just kind of pulled out. Glue books are done with images and glue sticks, of course, and then that makes them kind of, if you use a El Cheapy glue stick like I do, it makes it really super easy to just pull elements out of those glue books. I'm into recycling everything. That means my art. I have art journals that I will recycle, but I also have art journals that I probably will never recycle, and those are the bound book kind of art journals. So I would probably not recycle those because, like I said, they are bound books. But things like this, glue books, little incidental journals that I've done, I think that they are ripe for harvesting. I tend to not hang on to things. I love to create, and I think that the most fun part of creating is, like using your elements all over again. So I loved this face in my glue book, so I'm cutting her out. You'll notice that I'm only using 3 things. I've got 1, 2, 3 things that I'm going to put into my little paint journal. I love the way that the ink turned out on this journal. It's like, my gosh, that's just super keen. And now I'm thinking, well, that's something that I definitely should do all the time. So in 5 minutes, I opened my paint journal because it was on my desk, and I harvested a little bit. I harvested images from a glue book, so that's kind of like a pre-made, kind of already curated sort of thing. And now I'm putting some glue, because I'm going to glue everything down into my little paint journal, my altered calendar paint journal. This image kind of stuck to the ink, which was kind of cool. Luckily, I could kind of pull her up and place her on the on the right side of the page. You know, I'm using glue, so she's got a few bumps, but you know, this is my paint journal, and probably at some point I'll re-harvest this page as well. But the the big takeaway is I got some art done today, and I'm not finished with this page. I want to do a little white pen on it, so I still have the my journal on my desk. So cool. See you soon, you guys. Bye.